soon as I sat down, she said, "Finally, a friendly face." I gave her a wink and said, "Is the world not treating Miss Teenage New York well today?" "Funny. You should cheer me up by taking me to the movies in Newburgh one night." "Only if my cousin Bailey May comes with us." "Why?" "So you understand it's as friends and not a date." "Am I so terrible?" "You've had some tough breaks, and I'm a lot of fun." I couldn't help a smile. "Of course you're not so terrible. You're also so young. And I'm not going to be the guy who holds you back from all the suitable young men in the area." That was as much as I wanted to say today. Before she could answer, I glanced out the wide front window and saw my cousin Alice, Bailey May's mom, hustling across the street toward the diner. She's a year older than me and was only 20 when Bailey May was born. She's a good mom, and the rest of us help. Her usual smile was nowhere to be seen as her long brown hair flapped in the wind behind her. She yanked open the door and rushed right to me. "Mitchum, Bailey May is missing." Suddenly, the day got colder. Chapter 3. I spent a few minutes trying to calm Alice down as we started to check some of the places Bailey May liked to hang out. Bailey May hadn't been to school that day, or to the library, or to the sad little arcade where she sometimes played out-of-date games. Alice had gone to sleep early the night before, after her shift at the bottling factory in Gardnertown. Bailey May usually came home about 8 o'clock. She's a smart 14-year-old, and a quarter of the town is related to her. We wandered around town asking a few questions. No one thought it was unusual, because I am the unofficial private investigator for the whole area. Mrs. Hoffman on Dubois Street hadn't seen Bailey May but took the time to thank me for finding her son, who had been on a bender in Albany and didn't have the cash to get home. After nearly an hour, I tracked down Timmy Jones, a buddy of mine from high school, who now worked for the Ulster Sheriff's Office. Timmy raised his hands, showing his thick fingers, and said, "I spoke with your cousin Alice already. We're making a few checks, but Bailey May has wandered off before." I knew she sometimes got frustrated and left the house, but she usually ended up at my house or my mom's house. I said, "She's a good girl." "No one's saying she's not, but we can't just call out the troops every time a teenager is out past curfew or mad at their parents." "Bailey May is more responsible. She wouldn't do something like that." Finally, Timmy said, "Okay, we'll get everyone out looking for her, but get your family involved too. There's more of them than there are cops in the area." Chapter 4. Bailey May has always been my favorite relative, and I have plenty to choose from in Marlborough. After I rounded a few up and explained the situation, the look on my cousin Todd's face said it all. They were worried. Bailey May is the family's shining light. Todd is a self-centered dick, and even he was concerned enough for our little cousin that he closed his precious auto repair shop to help search. I pulled Alice aside and hit her with some simple questions about what was going on around the house, what the last thing she said to Bailey May was, and whether they'd been fighting. The usual. She said, "I told you everything. There were no problems. I haven't been drinking, and she hasn't been angry. The only thing that's new is that she's been hanging out with Natty a little bit." That caught me by surprise. I blurted out, "Natty, as in my brother Nathaniel?" Alice nodded. "No real reason for it. He's nice to her and she likes his car. That's all I ever hear about. You know teenagers and cars. Just another crazy dream of hers." Natty shouldn't be anywhere near Bailey May. Alice said, "He did his time." "He always does, but he's still a drug dealer." "He's family." "Maybe by New York state law, but not the way I see it." Chapter 5. I purposely left Alice in Marlborough when I made my way down to Newburgh. My old station wagon sputtered a couple of times, but got me there in about 20 minutes. Route 9 was open this time of day, and I parked directly in front of the State of Mind Tavern, just past the I-84 underpass, the dive bar where Natty, my older brother, does business. I immediately spotted his leased sports car on the side of the dingy building. Natty had gotten tired of having cars seized every time some industrious cop stopped him and found dope inside. All it took was enough weight to be charged for trafficking, and the car became part of the crime, and also part of police inventory up for auction. So now he switched out cars every year. The hot little convertible was near the end of its term.